treating different problems on the skin. So we are going to slice onion to show you how it can be sliced for being used on the skin for treating some cases. For example, if you want to treat inflammation caused by insect sting, so you just slice the onion like this, then you the affected area and you do like this. Look. So you apply it. It is very tough. It has the oil which is very tough on eyes. This one helps to alleviate the pain and stop inflammation caused by any insect sting. Again, onion can be used for treating varicose veins. Then you slice again like this, then you go on the affected area. Let's say this is the leg. Let's assume that this is the leg. Then you massage your onion on the affected area like this. See? Massage the affected area. After massaging, you need something else. Okay? After massaging the onion, the fresh onion cut, to allow your take napkin and you put bandage. Give it for at least 4 hours to 6 hours. This one helps to relieve varicose vein pain and the swelling. Right. So onion can be used for respiratory problems. Asthma, bronchitis, pneumonia. So in that case, even cold and the flu. Also, it can be rubbed on the chest. See where let's assume that the chest, we are rubbing the cut onion on the chest. Sinusitis, rub on the front, part of the body. Rub. After rubbing again, we do as we did on the balcony. Apply the clean wash, then let it stay for at least between 1 hour to 2 hours. They are very helpful for those cases. So onion can be used also in combination with other natural medicine like Irish potato. You can make a juice from onion. This onion, you put it in a blender and you make a smoothie. And you take Irish potato and an Irish potato, this also you can put in a blender and you make smoothie. In the same way, Irish potato also can be used on varicose vein, like with onion. You can combine both. If you don't have the means of making a juice, you can use this. You cut the Irish potato, you rub on the affected area. After rubbing it, then you rub the onion in the same area. Then you cover and let it stay for at least 2 hours, so it can help. But you can also take this Irish potato and this onion, and you make a juice or a paste, and you apply it on the affected area, and then you cover. It will give the same effects. It will relieve the swelling of veins and allow the saturation in veins. So onion has so many practical uses. Thank you so much. We shall be displaying so many different applications of natural medicine from food. Look, this is the potato. It can be eaten. You can make a juice from it. This can be eaten. You can make a juice from it. So any type of application you can make to change your food into medicine, will be displaying it to you. That is the role of SINUSITIS TV. We are here for you in our channel. Dear followers of SC Healthcare CNM TV, this time we are going to talk about onion. Normally, onion, what is it? Is it a food? Is it a medicine? Is it a spice? It can play all those roles. It can be used as food, it can be used as medicine, and it can be used as a spice. But now we're going to talk in large. But remember, onion is in the family of the vegetables. You know it very well. So onion is the plant which is characterized by the following features. Rhiacia, the bulb is not the root of the plant, but rather an underground thickening of the stalk. The true roots are formed of filaments on the lower portion of the bulb. That is the description of onion, how you can understand well what's onion. But onion has nutrients. Onion contain carbohydrates, vitamin A, vitamin B1, vitamin B2, vitamin B3, niacin, vitamin B6, folate, B12, vitamin C, vitamin E, calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, iron, potassium, zinc. There's a total fat, some little bit, saturated fats, very little, and cholesterol is not applicable, but it has HDL, Sodium is 3 milligram. So those are the ingredients in onion. Okay, onion has been used in many years back in 3,500 years ago. It has been used like garlic in Egypt. So that is the history. However, onion provide few calories to the diet, particularly when one is engaged in intense physical labor. Now, can it be said that they have a particularly delicious flavor? Therefore, it seems that this group of rough savored and minced onion primarily for their medicinal value. So this onion has been used by slaves in Egypt in those years. When Israel people were in Egypt, they used to enjoy onion and the garlic and the leek. Those were the favorable food among others they were enjoying. So onion has been one of the food missed by these people when they were in the desert. So they complained that they used to eat onions and the garlic because it could help them to prevent diseases. How many of them must have come down with bronchitis or pneumonia while slushing the cold mud to make adobe bricks? So these people were suffering in Egypt. They were making bricks and spending a long time in the cold mud, but were not affected by bronchitis because they used to enjoy onion every day, even eating them raw. So I think this is the reason we need to consume onion on our daily basis to prevent some conditions like bronchitis, like asthma, as we are going to see a lot of cases onion can help to prevent. Properties and indication. No particular nutrients stands out when one examines the composition of the onion. The 38 kilocalorie per 100 gram, that is, it provides calm primarily from its glucose, sucrose and other carbohydrates, 6.83%. Proteins are present in small portion, 1.16%, but noteworthy for a vegetable, its fat content is negligible, 0.16%. But here I mention this, and you should never neglect, onion is rich in HDL. Even though the fat is negligible, but the HDL in onion is very, very useful. High density lipoprotein. All vitamins are present except B12, meaning when you consume onion, make sure that you combine it with the food having vitamin B12, because onion itself doesn't contain that vitamin, and it is very important in blood forming. So because onion is rich in other nutrients which are blood forming, so
you need to combine onion with other food like fermented food, cereals. You can combine them with onion. For example, you take oats, you ferment them, and you eat them with onion. So you have completed your food with the food containing vitamin B12 to be combined with onion. Okay. The same is the case with minerals, among which only potassium. Onion contains 157 milligram per 100 gram of onion is worth mentioning. Among trace elements, the most abundant is sulfur, and sulfur is very important for the health of DNA, which forms part of the onion's volatile essence. The onion's mineral salts are converted to carbohydrates of alkaline reaction when pressed to the blood, which explains the remarkable alkalinizing effects of this bulb. Meaning, onion once enters into the bloodstream, it promotes alkaline state in the body, in the human body. Alkalinizing foods facilitate the elimination of waste products from the body, which are all acidic. Meaning, onion helps to flush out acidic waste from our bodies. So meaning, when your body is full of toxins, so you need to consume onion with other food which are compatible with them, so that you may flush out toxins. For example, eating salad of onion with avocado, that is very good. Putting some onion in a juice of Irish potato, that's an example. So those can be very helpful. Okay. Onion contain also flavonoids. These glucosides improves blood saturation, prevent blood clots, reduce platelets thickness, and block the oxidation of low density lipoproteins, a type of fat in the blood. So it prevents LDL to be oxidized. That causes arteriosclerosis. So when HDL are oxidized, that one become a danger of promoting arteriosclerosis, that is hardening of arteries, which is very dangerous. Onions are rich in quercetin, one of the most active flavonoids. A study conducted at University of Wageningen, the Netherlands, demonstrate that quercetin is well absorbed in the intestines regardless of whether the onion is raw or cooked. The flavonoids and the substances that form this essential oil are attributed with most of the onion's properties: antibiotic, decongestant, anti-asthmatic, heart and arterial protector, diuretic, and anticarcinogenic. Those are the properties which onion play role in our bodies. Onion can be used raw, when you use raw how it is prepared. This is the best way to eat onions, but for this they must be fresh. The piquancy is attenuated somewhat by washing them for a few minutes and adding lemon. So that's why sometimes onion is combined with onion, so that you may reduce the piquancy of it. Right? Those suffering from gastric ulcer or gastritis should eat onions either boiled or baked because of that piquant effect. So when it is boiled, it reduces that piquant effects, or baked. So onion can be used when it is boiled in water. The piquancy disappears and they are better tolerated, but the medicinal effects are also diminished. So when you boil it, you reduce the medicinal property or capability or effects. Cooking time should be short, less than a minute, and the resulting broth should be used as well. Alkalinizing effects of this can be very important, but onion can also be used when it is baked. Baked onions are very tasty, although the longer they are in the oven, the less effective they are as medicine. So when you want to use onion as medicine, so when you bake it, well, it can help a little bit, but not providing the full effects you expect from onion. Onion can be used in making syrup. Boil several slices of onion after mashing them to a paste and add a few spoonful of honey or brown sugar. Onion water. So onion water is also important. This is prepared by soaking a chopped raw onion in a glass of water for several hours. So all are the forms of onion. But there's another way to use onion, using it on topical use. So when you just slice, you cut onion, and then when that liquid start coming, you can apply on the skin where you have been stung by any insect, and help to alleviate the swelling and even pain relief. So onion can be used on around the eyes to reduce or to treat edema around the eyes. Okay, those who sometimes experience edema around eyes, onion can be a good medicine, but it's much better when you first apply olive oil, then you apply that onion liquid later, or you put the onion slice on that, and then you leave it for a short time to help reduce the swelling around the eyes, either on top of eyes or under the eyes. So both it can help. Okay, eating raw onion can stop or relieve an asthma crisis because of its anti-allergic and bronchodilator properties. These effects last up to 12 hours. Inhaling the onion's essential oil is also beneficial, and it is more appropriate for children. Okay. Onions contain many other non-nutritive substances whose actions are not as well defined as the previous two groups. Among them are enzymes. Onion contain enzymes. Onion is rich in enzymatic substances such as oxidase and diastase, which have an invigorating effect on digestive process. So this oxidase and diastase, they play a very big role in digestive system. Glycoquine, Dr. Schneider defined this as a vegetable hormone, glycoquine, that reduces the blood glucose level. This explains the onion's desirable effects on diabetics. So diabetics need to consume raw onions with their food so that onion can help them to control blood sugar. Vegetable fiber, 1.8%. Fiber contributes to the onion's rapid lowering, diminishes the absorption of cholesterol, and anti-diabetic action delays the passage of sugar into the bloodstream. Many medicinal properties of onions have been described, and they have been recommended for various disorders. Since the essential oil is very volatile and rapidly impregnate all in the tissues of the body. That's why onion can be used externally and have a very significant effect. It is logical to believe that it works on multiple organs and systems. However, this work will describe only those dietary and therapeutic applications that have been scientifically investigated and proven. So, use of onion on some cases. Respiratory disorders. Onion can help in respiratory disorders. The sulfur compounds that form the onion's essential oil pass rapidly to the bloodstream from the stomach. They are first released in the lungs. This explains why, after only a few minutes of eating onions, the breath has its characteristic odor or smell. Onions are mycorrhizic, able to break down heavy mucus. Expectorant, facilitating the expectoration of bronchial mucus. The antibiotic on gram-positive germs. So onion can kill some germs or some microbes. All respiratory infections from sinusitis to pneumonia improve with onion consumption, preferably raw, when it is used raw, not cooked. Although also boiled or baked or in syrup. So it can be used in different forms, but raw onion is much better when it comes to use it as a food remedy. Bronchial asthma. In the pediatric clinic of the University Ludwig Maximilians in Munich, Germany, it was proven that thiosulfonate, one of the components of the onion's essential oil, is capable of stopping bronchial-allergic reaction in asthma cases. It was also shown that thiosulfonate from onions acts on the respiratory center of the brain stem as well, producing dilation of the bronchial passages. These investigations plainly justify the use of raw onion for bronchial asthma because of its anti-allergenic and bronchodilator effects. The positive effects of onions on the bronchial tubes are felt in only a few minutes after eating them. Number 3, arteriosclerosis and the coronary heart diseases. More evidence is constantly becoming known that onion prevent arteriosclerosis and thrombosis. Arteriosclerosis, that's hardening of arteries. Thrombosis, that's the blood clots, formation of clots within the arteries and the veins, that's thrombosis. And improve the saturation of blood in the coronary arteries. In 1989, a study conducted at the University of Limburg, Maastricht, the Netherlands, state that the onion's cardiovascular benefits had not been sufficiently demonstrated. However, in 1996, various investigations showed that those who eat more onions and apples, when you combine onion and apples, two of the foods richest in flavonoids, quercetin, have a lower risk of dying from heart attack. So friends, make sure that if you have a heart problem, make sure that you eat regularly onions and apples. Sometimes you eat them in different times, or you can combine. There's no problem. So when you eat them regularly, so you have the chance of alleviating problems of dying due to heart problems. So this is a secret everyone need to know and to apply, by the way. So regular onion consumption of any form, or whether raw, cooked or baked, prevent arteriosclerosis, that's hardening of arteries, improves blood flow in all arteries, and reduces the risk of suffering a serious complication such as heart attack. So if you want to prevent heart attack, make sure that you eat onion regularly, and apple, and even avocado, and sometimes consume the juice of organic Irish potatoes. Well, organic Irish potatoes, they provide potassium, which is a very good friend to blood saturation. So when they are combined with the onion, You may even make a juice of onion and Irish potato, and you put honey and you consume it once in a while, so that you get the chance of getting those nutrients to protect yourself. And you can add a little bit a juice of lemon, so that you may digest well the Irish potato juice. Yeah, and those people with the stomach problems can combine onion juice with Irish potato. It cannot harm the stomach because Irish potato cools or make the onion well tolerated in the stomach. So elevated blood triglyceride, that is another case. Triglyceride formed from fatty acids and glycerin are a type of fat that saturates in the blood. A high triglyceride level promotes atherosclerosis and heart disease. It had been shown that consuming a liquid extract from onions, what I was saying, reduces triglycerides in the blood and liver. Imagine if you combine this juice with the juice extracted from Irish potato and mix a little bit of onion. It is a very good medicine, I'm telling you. Onion also increases the HDL, beneficial cholesterol level, helping to prevent atherosclerosis, hardening of arteries. Kidney disorders also can be controlled by consumption of onion. Onion increases urine volume, facilitating the elimination of waste materials because of its alkalizing or acid fighting effects. So it is appropriate in the diet of those suffering from kidney stones, urinary infections, or any degree of renal failure. So onion can be helpful in kidney disorders. Diabetes mellitus. Onion reduce the blood glucose level. They are therefore indicated for diabetics. Liver disorders. Onions stimulate the oxidifying function of the liver, as well as improving the activity of other digestive juice producing glands. Highly recommended in cases of hepatic failure. Onion is highly recommended in cases of hepatic or liver failure caused by chronic hepatitis or cirrhosis. So those people with chronic liver failure, they need onion to improve the function of the liver. Cancer. Onion also can play a role in fighting cancer. A study conducted in China, sponsored by the National Cancer Institute of the United States, found that those who eat more onions and garlic have a much lower risk of developing stomach cancer. Other studies demonstrate the onion's capacity, as well as that of garlic, to prevent the development of tumor cells and to neutralize carcinogens. Therefore, abundant onions consumption is fully justified as a cancer preventing and as a complement to the treatment of certain types of cancer, such as that of the stomach and the colon, that is a large intestine. However, other studies carried out in the Netherlands show that onion have no significant effects on breast or lung cancers. So they said that for breast and lung cancers, onion did not show much interest fighting those kind of cancers, but for others it has been proved to be much better. Eating raw onion can stop or relieve an asthma crisis because of its anti-allergic and bronchodilator properties. These effects last up to 12 hours. Inhaling the onion's essential oil also beneficial and is more appropriate for children. So for the parents who have the children who suffer from asthma, you have seen what you can use for helping your children. Onion can be a good medicine in that case. Friends, followers of Healthcare SNM TV, there is a time we shall demonstrate onions as a topical medicine, showing you how to use it on the skin. We will also make a juice of onion in the next videos, how the juice of onion can be made by using juice extractor and making it a mixture of onion, either with Irish potatoes or onion with lemon or onion with ginger. So we will make those type of juices and explain their use as food remedies. Thank you so much. We love you and we are here for you. This is Healthcare SNM TV.